In this video, we're going to be spectating for some same old rammers outside, or some sort of, we're going to be inside that we're in this game called just Daytona USA, that the game is going to be linked in the description down below, as we're going to be checking out for some sort of, for the other kinds of horrifying players as well. So the top speed is going to be 119 miles an hour. That is going to be set in our speed limit. So, but before we're going to be making things out, we're starting on in Daytona International Speedway, as we're going to be spectating for our very first time. So, we're going to be using out the blimp over here. So, watching player, let's going to be starting with here. So, looks like there must be something sort of like this one. And he is in, I don't really know about this thing. I think it's gonna be turn number 3 or turn number 1. So what should we gonna be, here we go, about for this thing? So the next player, wait, there's one rammers. All you have to do, you can hide UI and show this thing. Because of the replay broadcast update was actually even this, of course, because not the last time you probably need to do this. So another player will be, oh dear, he's in the water. Looks like that must be the old-fashioned Dale Earnhardt. Before the turn number 3, he crashed himself to unknown reasons, but because of this video does not support to NASCAR officials videos from Roblox anyways, another player it is. It will be for this thing as well. So we're gonna be going to the following as well. So wait, in television we got probably one thing. He's crashed to death. So another player, I think he was stuck. So another player, and he's just gonna be committing a lot of crime. So I'm not pretty sure that everybody has committed crimes for too much. He just spawned in Generation 7. I really think that something is absolutely pretty froze to do this. So another player, looks like we got battle for some too. Well then, it started to get pretty froze for too much, and then turns out it's probably ruined for such one day. Oh god, it's on fire. Something is absolutely pretty not going good as well. Things were not going to be so well. Especially chaos happens too much, and very too much as hell. And there's a Thunderbird going up and going, get back to racing again. He keeps on committing violence around this, and the hood is on, absolutely not this. So we have getting into the chase camera and commit too much spins all over to do this. You pretty think he doesn't going to be unflipped as well. There is the IROC Firebird, and I'm not sure. There's the number 3, and he's on high damage. Another one, he was probably stuck and pretty respawn to do this. It was not going to be pretty okay to do this, but we're very not sure it's going to be fully damaged to hit that wall. The hood just exploded to death. Alright, something is collide this thing, and he just punched its death. So let's go for the follow as blimp. I think we're just still going to be following as this thing. Inside the onboard view, side front view chase. So I really think the front bumper and the hood has just got a lot of damage, but you think it's going to be making sure the high speed is going to be pretty much And now he's dead over here. Oh god, what a disastrous. Especially that we're gonna be making back into the television mode. Not overall for just some sort of other people's just ruined things. He's committing death as well and not going for, and he just eventually survived this day. And probably this is absolutely almost going to be perfect about this guy. And he's still going for racing. And he made himself in trouble because going fast was actually legal. So the front hood and all of these front tires were completely exploded now. Another player, oh dear. Looks like that was absolutely having trouble with his Xfinity Mustang. So, there's another player. Wait, it's not gonna be making towards do this. So, it's smaller to do this on the, whenever we try to do this. He's outside of the racetrack, and probably not anything goes. That the next generation cars are just being on trouble for a few minutes time. And he just flips over. So we're just gonna be looking for another driver, and that must be seeing the car of tomorrow just wall rides itself for sure. And his front bumper and the hood has got on damage because he never tried to turn himself to do this. So on top of this player, he's gonna be catching all the way up to do this, but he can't. There's another player of this. Where's this guy that we just found it here? So he was just 5, and probably another one with that red vehicle was probably in heavily trouble as well. So we just see the cars are fly by. Someone who eventually spawned the generation like these things, or some sort of like these things. Anything is gonna be keeping on wall riding over itself, and the player has finally made himself in trouble. This is not gonna be pretty good to do this when we just completely spectating to other kinds of worthless drivers, shameful rammers. And probably they start making it trouble and looking for spectating for some various out of control vehicles. But turns out that something is absolutely for shameful rammers. That's completely a stunt trick as well. I think this is probably that I saw that was pretty not good as well. So here it comes for this shameful ramming moment. Oh god. Something who is just absolutely punching him. And another one. Oh dear. He's gonna be trying to kick himself to do this. There's one shameful rammer. And pretty overtaking to do this. Oh gosh. So another one is LaJoe from 7. I never thankfully doing this. That they're crashing themselves. I'm probably pretty not sure that those Usus players are crashing themselves. Or themselves. They are just crashing themselves to do this. This is probably getting very too much in this thing. And we're probably not going to be end of this video at all. So, before we're going to be end of this video, which we're going to be still have to do something for a lot of minutes to do this. It's still going on slow motion and crash for other kinds of shameful rammers on those crashed people like accidents for many more things. Something is absolutely on fire, the number 55 car. And we're not subject to be naming all of it. That must be inside. There's the Roblox Slender inside of the cab. And he's just going to be ramming up for the number 77, LaJoe. And he's definitely not going to be crashed. Number 77 is out, and probably That will not be sure. That must be another Generation 2 car just hit by the number 80. I'm probably the number 55. And looks like he just gonna be spins out to his death as well. So there's strip weathers, and inside of the driver is a white person with a white shirt. And I'm not pretty sure that any of these legal drivers are just completely out of control by turning them into shameful rammers. Look how they just did not do. They just doing their worst. Everybody has doing their worst for too much. There's the number 22 car, and he's gonna be flipping around behind. And see that how they doing their worst for too much. And against their laws, I'm not doing this for sure. Against their NASCAR Heat 5 PMU Talladega. That must be a pace car who's slowing them down inside of their back. So other kinds of drivers are just completely sort of getting moved. There's the number 2. I think this is going to be the last one that I'm going to be watching. Their drivers going to be spinning off that one more time. If he's just going to be doing this for one more time, the video ends for sure. If he's going to be crashing for some other kinds of players, he's going to be still keeping on going itself for very sure. And what absolutely is doing so? Wall ride. And that is how it's pretty nothing is going to be done to do this. But of course, it's absolutely completely breaking it. So let's gonna be showing to do this. Let's in the move 191 miles an hour, rear chase. So we have to do this for front to do this. Side, inside the vehicle. Let's check it out for the blimp view of this one vehicle as well. So we have to follow the vehicle, and we just especially that we just hide the UI. So he's doing to do this, whatever to do this. Other kinds of legal players just keep on ruining it as well. So we're done spectating as well, as this will be the end of this video. So if you like for today's video about shameful rammers, like recording about Super GT, the channel and the game link is in description down below. And as you'll be playing this, the tip is don't get crashed to other kinds of drivers and shameful rammers to do this. What all you have to do is drive safely and responsibly and slow down without saving the world records of their lap times or your lap times as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off.